I could feel the anxiety coming from you.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, producer Ron Phillips.
Yeah. So.
Oh, son of a. Where'd it go?
Oh, okay. I started to say when I introduce him,
There
you
it
can
is.
go down some of the list of the movies.
There's a lot of squatching going on here, bro. The history of journalism and UFOs.
Common sense travel restrict. Oh, good Lord. Thank you for using science to establish restaurant guideline. Dang it.
The
You
intake.
have his list. Okay.
You can enjoy
Just
watching a couple
in a
hours
minute when we're
Dude,
introducing him, just kind of
volcanic
go
UFOs,
down,
mysteries.
go down through the list and just kind of read the title.
Oh, I had something I was going to ask him right off the bat, and I already forgot it. I knew I should have wrote it down.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Like you slept on a
We've got
cloud.
Darcy Weir with us tonight.
Get yourself the very best in bedding supplies today. You deserve it. Go to mypillow.com and don't forget our very special promo code Mojo50 for incredible savings.
What's going on, Linda Thomas Becker? Miss Dixie, what's going on? Mr. Roger Rabbit, what's happening, good sir? Linda Adamski, what up, girl?
Hi, Mama.
Mary Mansfield, hi, Mama. Yo, Miss Dixie.
Gotta tell my mama hi.
Yo, Miss Dixie. Yo, Miss Dixie.
All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially
All right, let's do this. Let's do it.
right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
Oh, that was weak as hell. Hey, folks, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the program. Because reality may be, or no, wait, how's it too? I totally screwed it up coming in too.
What? You talking about our intro?
Yeah.
Oh,
it
I don't
may
know.
be more real than we think.
Yes.
What may be more real?
Abnormal realities.
It may
Reality,
be more
maybe?
real
I don't
than
know.
you think. Folks, welcome to the program. Thursday night edition right here. We're not dead yet. But I think tomorrow we're going to do a live stream where we go outside with a pan and we cook an egg. I'm just going to say it right now.
It's so damn hot.
Dude, what is wrong with you with the language?
It is so freaking hot outside.
Damn it.
I mean, it's just oppressive. It's like, what was it the other day? 111, 114 degrees.
113 I registered where I was at.
Crazy. It's just too hot to do anything outside.
It is. So we do things outside. That's what we do.
Yeah.
So, folks, hey, man, we
Gotta
love
get
you guys. Do
acclimated
not
to
forget Odyssey Radio. You can go down download the app. We're still getting a lot of those people leaving those messages. Try saying something. You know what I'm saying?
They click the button, but then it's silence for
or,
17
or,
seconds.
Or they go 97.1. I don't care. Say a name, dude. We want to give somebody a shout out. But go to your Apple and Android store. Download the Odyssey Radio app. It's ODYSY. ODYSY Radio. Look for the app or look us up on iHeartRadio while we're live streaming or Spreaker. And of course, all the platforms broadcasting around the world like OpsLens as well. We love the hell out of you guys. Thank you all so much. Ron Phillips.
Hey, we got a great guest
Yeah,
tonight.
I'm abusing time right now.
His name
Damn
his
it.
name is Darcy Weir. Now Darcy we brought him on a little bit to talk about his latest documentary. He's a filmmaker. It's about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. But we found out in the pre-show discussion that there's a whole lot of things we could talk to Darcy about.
Yeah, I want everybody to imagine right now the brakes of an 18-wheeler semi
Yep.
getting slammed at 95 miles an hour because that's what happened. We says, yeah, we ain't going that way. We're
Yeah,
going
so
the other way.
Darcy Weir is a producer and director known for movies like Being Taken, Beyond the Spectrum, The Underground. Rocky's got a list of them. Read them. Read
Man,
a few.
Sasquatch Among Wild Men. Let's see what else we got here. I'm going down. Volcanic UFO mysteries.
Darcy is the man. The dude
Being
has been making
taken. That's like with
fantastic
Travis
stuff.
Walton.
Yep. With Travis. He's got Travis Walton on his website. His website is occultjourneys.com. Everyone join us in welcoming, please, Darcy Weir. Darcy, welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me, Ron. Thanks for having me, Rocky.
Absolutely, man. Brother, I tell you something. We had a fantastic conversation.
We
You know,
did.
we always hook up. We say it all the time on the program. We always hook up about 15 minutes early. Some people like Darcy, boom, we got them right in, you know. But some people, because we do have a different kind of software that we use, a lot of people have some
takes us a
technical.
little bit.
So we always say meet us 15 minutes before the show. And that also gives us an opportunity to kind of feel out the conversation. And then that helps us dictate which direction we're going to go. The first thing I said to you, sir, was I don't know a lot about Bitcoin. And 30 seconds later, we're talking about Sasquatch, Bigfoot, aliens, Men in Black, the universe.
Filmmaking.
And I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
But brother, welcome to the program. And we are grateful beyond measure for your time and all the work that you have put into everything that you do. Tell us, brother, tell us what you got going on.
Well, I did just publish this documentary on Bitcoin, and pretty much the premise of that documentary is that we might be headed for kind of a economic calamity with the US dollar. Fiat currency is the currency that most countries in the world run on today. And I think the thesis of my documentary is that cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are eventually going to replace the supremacy of the US dollar and other crypto and other fiat currencies around the world, like the British pound, euros, Canadian dollar, what have
Brother,
you.
I got
Do
it.
you think Darcy will become a one denomination? Is that the word?
Well, like one global currency.
One world
one world currency.
Well, the truth of it is that the US dollar really has been the one world global currency for a long time. It is a Federal Reserve currency.
Yeah, if you want to play in any major market, you're forced to use the US dollar.
Yeah, or use it as your basis. Yeah.
And I like the way you put it, brother, too, before we get too far. I like the way how you put the supremacy. Because if people knew, and because I've done political radio, I've done geopolitical radio, and we've gone deep into some of these wars around the world, and you look the money, dude, the money and the things involved. It's too much for most people to even comprehend what happens. And you start talking about the monetary system, man, and it gets dark and dirty.
It gets dark and dirty. And the real problem recently is the fact that we had COVID hit and it really messed up the world financially even more because all of these central banks were basically printing US dollars to save the economies, save businesses, all that jazz. And look, don't get me wrong. I want folks to not be put out of their homes and I don't want businesses to shut down and stuff, but they basically watered down the quality of the US dollar as an asset. There's just so much money out there in the money supply now. And if you look at things like Bitcoin, this is a new monetary system, but also a currency.
Right.
It's like kind of like remember when Napster first got invented and people were downloading music and that totally shook up the music industry. And you had like, what's his name from Metallica losing his mind because he wasn't going to be making $25 a pop by selling CDs and stuff like that. Well, we're going to be going through that shakeup in the financial sector because these banks, they've been making a lot of money off every user for a long time. They make about $1,500 to $1,200 per person every year. That's just a basic user, and more advanced users, they make tons of fees off of. When you have something like Bitcoin or Ethereum and you have a digital wallet that holds that, you essentially are setting up a P2P network to distribute that money, that digital money, for purchasing services or goods to another digital wallet. And the banks and all of these financial companies have been worried about this proliferating and replacing them. So, right now, crypto has gone through a shakeup, and the riffraff is being shaken out of the market. The garbage altcoins and all that stuff is being, destroyed right now, and Bitcoin is the king, and there's a few other cryptocurrencies that will survive.
I started to say Bitcoin has been doing this as of late. I mean, it's gone up to what, 60 grand or something, almost that. I wish I'd gotten into Bitcoin when it first started.
I don't even know none of that terminology, but what is the stabilization of a crypto market, if that's the right term? Like in our financial market, it's investment, selling, it's the stimulation of an economy.
It's not super stable right now.
Right. So what stimulates cryptocurrencies?
Demand. Essentially, people want to have these cryptocurrencies because they're making kind of a gamble at this point in history. They're just investing in something. They're taking their fiat currency and they're putting that into a cryptocurrency. They're buying cryptocurrency with their fiat currency. But we're seeing all these countries around the world and their fiat currencies are collapsing, like Argentina, Sri Lanka, Venezuela. These African countries are having problems, and some of them are looking, like you look at El Salvador, they just decided to use Bitcoin as a legal currency. And there's going to be more of that in the future because that is a scarce asset. That is something that there's a max amount of that out there. You can only ever have 18 million Bitcoin available, and they've minted 90% of the supply so far. There's only 10% to go.
And why is that a limit, Darcy, for people who don't understand it?
The creators of Bitcoin, they actually set in stone, let's say it's the 10 commandments of that digital cryptocurrency. They set in the rules that there's only ever going to be a max supply of this many. And it was originally 21 million. That has fallen down to 18 million approximately, because people have lost their wallets that they held these large amounts of crypto in from early investment.
I heard a story one time where a guy, tell me if this could be true. A guy had a laptop. He made this investment when this whole thing first started. Something, whatever, it was a piece of crap laptop. The new laptops when we were younger are obsolete now. So you look at it as a piece of junk, you're willing to throw it out with your eyes closed. You don't even care what's on it,
Yeah, you're like, oh, that Bitcoin thing, whatever.
To find out that he literally mined, or I don't know what I'm even talking about, but there's a whole bunch of money on that laptop and he lost it.
That happens.
By today's standards.
It's happened. It happened a lot. You're probably talking about this British guy that had on his hard drive. Yeah, he had probably hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin, and
I would be
one
so
Bitcoin.
Pissed.
Wow.
One Bitcoin right now is worth $23,000 US.
$23,000.
So how much is 100,000 Bitcoins? At $23,000. That's $230 million.
I'd need to do the calculations.
Do the calculation, because if I'm correct on that, I'm calling it a night. I'm done.
100,000 times 23,000 is 2,300,000. No, it's 2,300,000,000.
Oh, it's off by a little bit.
2,300,000,000.
So he would have been he would have been a billionaire.
Yeah.
He would have been sailing the seas on his yacht with 45 belly dancers.
But just what? 3 to 6 months ago, it was at $60,000, almost $60,000.
That wouldn't be my problem no more, because it would be sold. I would be moved on. I'll be owning my own mountain with good Wi-Fi and a big fence.
Wow.
So I was talking to somebody last night about Bitcoin, and they said, well, I would have just sold it and went back to fiat currency, kind of like you're saying, Rocky. And I think what the point of Bitcoin, just like we looked at the evolution of, let's say, Napster took over the digital music world at one point, and it evolved to now we use Spotify and we get unlimited music for like $10 a month, right? We're going to have this evolution in the cryptocurrency market, but Bitcoin is going to be one of those things that people can actually transact with, because instead of selling it and going back to your fiat currency, there's upgrades happening to the network so that you can actually use 0.00005 of a Bitcoin to complete a transaction instantaneously. And people, what that means is if you want to buy something with Bitcoin, you don't have to use a whole Bitcoin. You can use a fraction. Of a Bitcoin.
So like the old ancient days when they had a coin and they wanted to buy something, they'll just cut a little chunk off that coin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. You're talking about like the Egyptian coins, right?
Yep.
Ancient
Rome used to do that. Yep.
Roman.
In fact, I have a Templar's coin that was cut. And so I just have a chunk of a Templar's coin that was given to me from my buddy John I was talking about before we came on the show. So
that's pretty cool.
It is, man.
So is mining...
That's a fraction of a coin, yeah.
Darcy, is mining Bitcoin something that anybody can do? I mean, I've seen people doing it, and it takes a whole lot of effort, a whole lot of electricity, equipment, things like that.
I don't understand what you mean by mining.
Yeah. So what happens with Bitcoin is that you have a network, right, that you trade the Bitcoin on, and that is the Bitcoin network. It's built into the coin. The best way to explain the mining is that computers out there are actually working on these mathematical problems, and every time they solve these mathematical problems, they're actually securing the Bitcoin network and keeping the algorithm stable. And so they get rewarded by solving and keeping the network secure in Bitcoin, in fractions of Bitcoin. Very rare do somebody actually get a full Bitcoin for solving the algorithmic problem. But that's essentially what they do, and that is equated to mining. It's like the best way to relate what they're doing by securing the network. Most miners need really powerful, specialized computers called ASICs, and those cost anywhere between, I'd say, $1,200 to like $10,000 per computer.
Yeah.
So,
and I've seen people on YouTube with like a warehouse full of these blade servers that are just constantly running this algorithm.
And do they find stuff?
Yep.
Well, no,
they're making money.
They're making money off of securing the Bitcoin network.
Somebody had a series of questions. So with the introduction of government digital currencies, this is from Mary Mansfield, the introduction of government digital currencies have the potential to disrupt the private digital markets because it looks like most governments are moving that direction.
So what she's talking about is stable coins that are run by the government. Governments of the world, Canadian government, the Australian government, the British government, even the US government are looking at releasing a crypto stable coin. And there's already some out there. Warren Buffett is actually one of the early investors in a company that created USDC. That is the company called Circle. And essentially, I don't think, to answer her question, I don't think stable coins are going to shake up the crypto market or win in this sort of race. I think Bitcoin will remain king because when you're making a stable coin like USDC, you're essentially pegging that coin to the value of $1 US. And the problem therein lies that we have trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of US dollars in the market out there to spend. How many Bitcoin do we have? We only have 18 million. So this is a deflationary currency. It means as we go forward in time, there's less of it available. You can break it into fractions and use those fractions to pay for things in the future, and that will be cheap. But with these stable crypto coins that are being made by governments and trying to make it more mainstream, it's really just going to be an on-ramp for people to get onto these crypto blockchain networks with US dollars. That's really, in my opinion, that's just going to get more people into the crypto market with these stable coins.
I've been, when we talk about some of the things we've talked about in the past in regards to global events, and we don't try to get into politics on this program, but, monetary funds historically all the way in ancient times have always in one form or the other been used as a weapon. The richest governments in the world have the best armies. And so, it's always been about domination. So you look at the US dollar and you look at, not getting political, but you look at how we force certain countries to do certain things, or we do really bad things in certain countries if they decided to go away from the petrodollar and start going to the Chinese dollar or whatever, right? So we're always trying to keep control of that market. So I was always curious, brother, on because something is going to change. Because me personally, right now, I'm kind of sick of the way things are because our system is not working. And now we have this overspending situation, and every working man and woman in this country that is busting their ass just to be broke are going to be the ones that suffer the most. So the whole monetary thing,
absolutely,
it freaks me out, brother.
Yep.
It freaks me out. But
it does, and that's why I made this documentary. It freaks me out too. I want people to be more educated on this.
This is the most I've ever talked about it, and so now you have this new crypto type of currency. And I just, the first thing you're going to think of historically is say governments aren't going to play nice with this stuff. You know what I mean? They're not going to play nice because it's jeopardizing the money they very much like to spend. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I think that has been a very common sentiment, but I think it's changing because I think that the governments and the Federal Reserve and the World Banks are actually looking at the problem they have at hand, and they're saying, how do we get out of this?
Right.
And the answer is crypto. That's my opinion. I think that at first they were trying to fearmonger and they were trying to destroy it. And, you had guys like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger and, JP Diamond from JP Morgan and all these titans of Wall Street coming out and saying, don't buy that. That's rat poison squared. And, it's a Ponzi scheme and all this stuff. But really, it's like you said, they were scared that their system that they extract so much money from
was going away.
Was going away, was being threatened.
Kind of forced a hand upon
technology.
them. Yeah, kind of forced a hand upon them.
Well, I can see them in a meeting room somewhere going, you know what, if we don't get on this bandwagon now, we're going to get screwed.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. And like I said, Warren Buffett is actually secretly behind the stablecoin USDC with Circle. Not a lot of people know that. Why would he get into that unless he was saying, okay, it's time for me to throw my hat in the ring?
Yeah.
And more will do that. There will be, look, you mentioned China, Rocky, and China, they recently said, Bitcoin's going to go to zero and it's all garbage. And the biggest investors in crypto and Bitcoin in 2020 were actually the Chinese citizens. They had to outlaw it in 2021. That's when we got the big crash. That's basically a whole market shutting off that tap of fiat money coming into it, right? And they created in that time their own blockchain yuan. They're releasing their own digital currency, which they want to compete with the US dollar. They want that to win internationally. So if you look at Bitcoin, that is actually a more decentralized currency. It's not run by one country, and it's not therefore corruptible. It is run autonomously by its own programming, and people are getting into it through a free market. China doesn't want that. They want, in my opinion, they want to destabilize the US.
Hell yes.
They want to rise to the top and run the world. And so they also don't want Bitcoin to succeed because a lot of American companies are investing in Bitcoin. A lot of industry players are looking at the situation economically around the world right now, and they're going, maybe I should hedge my bets a bit and own some of this because this could be worth way more in the future, especially if there's only a limited supply and it has applicable uses for trade.
Dude, we didn't even talk about ghosts or
aliens. No kidding.
Nothing.
Darcy, we got about a minute, maybe a minute, 10 seconds left. Tell everybody where they need to go to find more about this and the Bitcoin Field Guide, Understanding Cryptocurrency. Can they get all of that at your website?
Well, they can go to my website and they can see all the films, trailers, click on the poster. It'll go right through to a site that you can watch them. But all my films are available on tubitv.com. That's a free place to see them. You don't have to pay a cent.
I started to say, if you have an Android, you basically get
I got
that on
Tubi.
there,
I got it.
Yep. Tubi's run by Fox. It's actually a Fox Entertainment company. I'm on Amazon Prime. I'm on iTunes, Google Play, all of these platforms with my films. Just type in Darcy Weir and my catalog will come up.
Brother, I'm going to find you here soon. I'm going to find you. I'm going to hook up with you and like to communicate with you. There is without a doubt, folks, I'm telling you, we haven't even scratched the surface of all the things that we can talk about, but because he has done so many different types of documentaries and movies. For Bigfoot, UFOs, abductions, all of it. Brother, so please come back, and when we schedule you, let's get you in, just schedule it for the whole hour, and let's just continue this conversation, brother. It was fantastic talking with you, man, and I'm grateful for everything that you do. Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate the time,
without
guys,
a doubt.
and
Darcy, it's Darcy Weir, and you can go to occultjourneys.com to find the trailers and about the movies and about Darcy. Darcy, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it very much.
AbnormalRealitiesFolks.com, AbnormalRealities.com. Get on over there. We're going to go catch our breath. Phillips, take us home.
AbnormalRealities.com. You already said that. We'll be back in 2 minutes, folks.
At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logoed designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and we'd be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Do you have fewer than 3 bowel movements a week? Are your stools dry, hard, and or lumpy? Your stools are difficult or painful to pass? Do you have stomach aches and maybe stomach cramps? Do you feel bloated and nauseous? Do you feel that you haven't completely emptied your bowels after a movement? Well, if that's the case, then the chances are pretty good you are dehydrated. So what you need to do is go to www.insanecustomtumblers.com. We have hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of images that you can purchase for your personalized tumbler today. If you're looking for a custom design, we can help you with that. Insane Custom Tumblers is the one-stop shop for you. Once again, go to insanecustomtumblers.com. Again, that is insanecustomtumblers.com. Use code INSANE20 for a 20% discount today. InsaneCustomTumblers.com. Poop well, my friends. Poop well.
What in the hell was that?
That was
you playing the drums on me. Welcome back to Abnormal Realities, folks. I'm Ron Phillips. That's Rocky Stucci.
Rocky has a stomachache, Stucci.
He has a stomachache now. He was positioned incorrectly on his chair for that 30 minutes. He had to stand up during the break.
Did you guys see me during the end of the last segment where I was starting to do this, where I did this?
You were pinched, right? Let's just say.
Pinched, then it popped. It escaped. And it's just like...
Pinched. Then
in fact, I'm still kind of I'm just feeling a little off right now. You know, my feelings a little hurt. I'm feeling a little off. Hey, I got a question for everybody. Okay, what? It's so weird if my headphones are if they're not on perfectly, I sound way different because I thought, never mind. All right. This is just a question out of curiosity because it's a big question. And it's a serious question because there's movement involved. If we were to do something, like I said, this is just a spontaneous question. Just because before the show started, me and Ron were just talking shit, so nothing is in the works of anything. But if, like, say we went and got, I don't know, what, like where, Ron? Like, so name a place.
Goldfield Hotel.
Okay, just say Goldfield Hotel. So let's say we went and got the Goldfield Hotel.
You
and
talk often enough about that.
I love that freaking place. It's my bucket list, really. It's a really good choice, to be honest with you. Kind of proud of you right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Pulled that straight out of my butt. But it's okay. Go ahead.
I said,
yep.
Would you guys go if we did an event? It would be a paid event.
Oh, hell, I'm in.
And we're talking maybe get like 20, 30 people. I don't know, because I don't even know what it'll get for the building and everything involved. But if we try to put something together.
Do they do that kind of thing?
I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. I know they didn't, but I see.
Haven't you done something like this in
videos,
the past, though?
not at the Goldfield.
No.
Oh, the public events.
What you're talking about, a public event.
We used to do them at the Palmer
And
House.
we did that one up north. I mean,
we
was
did that
kind of a public one.
It was a public one.
Yeah.
We had a whole audience. We had a lot of people at that one.
We did.
And we made that shit look good.
That was the
Renaissance
Fair.
Yeah. Phantom's Feast. Phantom's Feast.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Let me look at the comments. Let me see. Comments. All right. Nobody wants to go, I guess, because I don't see anybody saying anything. So forget y'all. Me and Ron are going by ourselves.
You were talking hypothetically.
I know. And I'm looking for a hypothetical answer. Would you go? No. Just say no.
No, I would go in a heartbeat.
I think I would too.
Yeah. It just seems like something fun to do. Plus, we haven't done it in a while, so let's figure out.
It's the freaking Goldfield Hotel, bro.
Well, you've talked about that before. That's the one where the brick flew. Yeah, it is.
And
plus, it's on the other side. You have to go through Vegas to get there.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
If you're traveling with me.
Yeah, many experts went over that film too. There's a ton, and some of the most remarkable footage of shadows, most remarkable footage of poltergeist. They got that one video where this rock just comes up off the floor and travels like 30 feet and lands perfectly on the tip of somebody's shoe.
Yeah.
So it's the real deal. So, I mean, it's not like, hey, bring your 12-year-old freaking son. You know, it's not one of those kind of places. This is some big league shit. So I don't know. We'll see what kind of reaction we get. And then that'll help us determine what we're going to do.
Cool. I mean, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
It's easy to set up. They're not hard to set up. It's just a matter of if people want to go or not.
Planning and having enough people to make it worthwhile.
You make it work. It's the Goldfield. Dude, that's bucket
Don't
list.
We need to contact the Goldfield and tell them we're doing something?
I'll contact them. We'll let them know sooner or later. But here's the deal now. If we got the Goldfield,
a bunch of people just showed up.
I would like to do like a 2-night event.
Oh,
so
that'd
the
be fun.
second night event, or we could do both places and both nights, is the school.
The school that's in that area?
Google it, bro. Google it.
What's the Goldfield School? What's it called?
Case. Yeah, the Goldfield. Say something.
Well, I mean, what do you want me to say? So the Goldfield Hotel is where's it at? In Nevada, but I don't know what the city is. Goldfield? Is it Goldfield?
Yeah, Goldfield, Nevada. I'm going to see if I can pull up pictures of it. Yep, there it is. Bam. All right, so let me do a screen share.
Nevada. Goldfield, Nevada.
Come on, pull up.
Oh, it only had 268 people in the city on the 2010 census.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if we'd be able to get in there. Oh, it's a small town. We'd probably have to stay at a hotel down the street.
Oh, you can't stay in that hotel?
Oh, hell, dude, I am not closing a damn eyeball in that hotel. Hell no, I'm not. Dude, when I was in the Palmer House, I didn't even take my shoes off for a whole weekend. I didn't even change my underwear because I didn't want to be naked.
In case something happened.
I didn't want to be naked. I didn't want nothing to grab my schwank, man. I need to take a shower so bad, and I didn't do it. I didn't even take my shoes off. It's real.
I didn't want something to grab my schwank.
I was so afraid that something with me being in the shower was going to grab like my balls or something. And I'm totally being serious, not even trying to be funny. I do not want that to happen because I would run out that hotel naked.
Well, but
it was winter time.
You would have an excuse. Everybody else standing outside the hotel would be naked too then.
Can you get that?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I can.
So I'm going to show a picture of the school here. I don't know for sure if they even allow it. It looks, man, it just looks Toro. Actually, it looks Toro because they got wood in the front there.
Is that a school?
That's the old school.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. The hotel looks a little weird too. Have
Well,
you
okay,
seen
yeah,
pictures of that?
here, let me do this. If you want to take that off,
Yeah.
just give me a second, and then
The hotel. I mean, I'm looking at the lobby of the hotel. How old is that freaking hotel?
1800s.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find a decent.
The Goldfield sprang to life in 1902.
Close enough.
After large deposits of gold were discovered in the surrounding hillsides, thousands of people flocked to what was considered to be one of the last great gold rushes in America West, catapulting the population from a few dozen in Goldfield to over 20,000, forming the largest town in Nevada.
And for the record, you all know that, where comes gold and riches comes misery and pain. It's no different than a crack house. You got something that's making a lot of money, but you got a lot of misery surrounding that product. I think I got a picture. I had a picture of the Goldfield Hotel. Where did it all go? The town is super freaking small. Is that good enough? Yeah. So if you show this picture, Ron, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and look for any creepy pictures or anything like that, but that's pretty much the gist of the hotel right there. The funny thing is, here, true story too. When they were trying to renovate this hotel, and you can find a shit ton of documentaries out there about this. When they were trying to renovate, they couldn't keep employees in that building. Anytime they try to work on anything, there would be major types of hauntings. And I don't think anything there is truly being malevolent, because there was that one time that one lady was there and she asked why they threw the rock. It was right after it happened, and the news crew was there, and they did a live EVP, and you literally got an old lady's voice, or an older lady's voice, and it was like she was right there in full human form, and she says, "We didn't mean to hurt anyone." And so I think maybe people are just still partying it up a little bit, but there is some dark energy there too. I'm not going to lie, because Ghost Adventures, even though it's TV, they just did another 2-hour documentary there. And
they did. Okay.
Of course, there's a few possessions, but the cool thing that they found out in this documentary, this is the most relevant thing that I took away from that documentary, because it was all theatrical stuff.
Wow.
They found out that there were certain types of stone geologically aligned perfectly that literally is a major energy conductor. And
built that way on purpose?
All of Goldfield is sitting on top of this type of stone.
Oh, I got you.
So it's
like a conductor.
It's like a big battery.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the cool thing that was learned in this documentary. Otherwise, it was the same stuff. Okay, I'm possessed and somebody's taking over my body, and this is what they're saying. They didn't do a lot of investigations.
Sounds like kind of like a Skinwalker Ranch thing, where there's something about that location.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Because it's not just a hotel. It's the whole damn town. And again, mind you, I mean, you're talking about, they said the last big gold rush in the United States. You go from nothing to something, and you have rags to riches. You have businesses and peddlers and prostitutes and bankers and loan sharks and con men. And man, you draw all those people in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have this whole world. It's kind of like a society of misfits, all for that ever-loving dollar, And so all that energy is completely imprinted within that area. And then you hear of all the murders and how people got murdered and how they got killed and what they did with bodies back then. And it was such a cruel time to live. No civility at all, not in these gold towns, not in the mining towns. There's never that civil existence. It was always pretty ruthless shit.
It sounds like it.
I could survive that though.
I was looking to see if you had stuck anything about that in the history of our show, our show material file. But I don't see anything.
What was the last thing there that I posted in there? I just
The Perfect Husband.
No, but that is
no, the Georgia Guidestones. We've already talked about.
No, I thought I posted something else in there because I wanted to bring it up here. Trying to refresh that once.
It says most relevant. Let me look for newest activity.
No, it's still, but that one episode is pretty relevant. Which one is that?
Archaeologists plan to excavate tomb linked to King Arthur.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, when they talk about past lives, I'm just going to say, Only reason I'm saying is because he said that. Somebody told me one time when I was talking to them about past lives, I go, how do you kind of determine, how do you know what you were in past lives? And everybody's going to have a different answer, right? So you just, oh, dude, I'm starting to look in those windows and it's kind of freaking me out.
Oh, the windows of the hotel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I says, how do you kind of determine? How do you determine, like, because my imagination told me, you can go ahead and take that screen. Oh, did you put it back on? Yeah, look in the windows. Here, let me see. Can I zoom in? Let me see. Let me see. Can I? Oh, you know, I like this window here is creeping me out. That window's creeping me out. I don't know what it is. It's just like, I'll look in a window and I'll know. I'll just know. And you know what? I'm telling you, anybody, like even down here, like somebody's right here just looking up at us. That's kind of creepy right there. You just know that they're in there. Oh, that almost looks like a face right there. Just looking. I can't zoom in anymore.
Isn't there a person standing down there at the entrance?
Oh, that looks like somebody in the window right there.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does. Weird. Where?
Oh no, that's a pallet. I thought
I saw a person earlier too.
Yeah. Interesting.
But what was I saying?
Crazy shit.
I was saying,
I don't know. You said something about the windows freaking you out right after that. So,
what the dude? Why do I forget stuff? Oh, we're talking about what is that?
This is the time traveler that's given us dates that are in the very near future about saying something is happening.
What was that article that you just told me before this one?
The King Arthur one or the Georgia Guidestones?
Oh yeah. So I asked this person about past lives, and then we'll hit that. And so this is what she said to me. She goes, "What's one of your favorite movies?" And then I started thinking about it. And typically my favorite movies are either like really powerful, like war movies, true stories, or something like The City of Troy, the movie Troy, shit like that, ancient Rome. And then she says the things that you think about the most and that you have an emotional attachment to is a good indication that you may have come from either an era like that,
right,
or you empathize with an emotion from that time period. So she goes, that's kind of a good indicator that you may be from, if you believe in this stuff, right? If you believe in it. I do. And she said, so because you carry that with you, you carry that knowledge with you from each life to each life. You just don't carry the memory of it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But those chords are still there. So that's kind of what she said. I don't know what other people think and how you determine what a past life is or how they do past life regressions. But if that's the case, I'm just a straight up badass because I'm samurai. I'm a soldier. I'm a Roman soldier. I fought for the city of Troy.
Well, let's talk about that for a second. So you guys remember last week's guest, Dr. Kimberly McGeorge.
That's right.
So we'll talk about it. I don't necessarily want to play it. So when we got off the air that night, she did tell me and Rocky that she would give us a small, she would put us in her system there and give us a small, it's not really a psychic reading so much as it is a scan. She calls it a scan. So I got my scan from her today. It was about a 5-minute audio file with her and an image that she sent of my aura. And it
was black.
No, it wasn't.
Dark.
It was just outside my body.
That's
which was something,
which
was hers. She said my aura was outside, meaning it's not focused
connected to you.
Me. Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with your aura?
I don't know, dude. But she did say that, she said a lot of things that kind of hit me a little bit tough.
It hit you in the jaw, dude. So he started playing some of it for me and he was looking at me like,
I don't know. Yeah, because she's talking about my current life, where I'm at. She's talking about all of the dark spirits and the light stuff.
Every time she said something, me and Ron would be like,
looking at each other, talking about, I'd be
like, I don't want mine.
Joint pain. I don't know how she knew that, but
he was limping up the stairs
I'm going through a gout flare up as we speak.
I'm going to rub his feet after the show.
No, you're
live
not.
Streaming it.
But some of the stuff she said kind of hit home a little bit. But there's one thing she did say.
On our OnlyFans page.
Do we have an OnlyFans page?
Yeah, Rocky and Ron, bitches. That's what it's called.
I'm in. But there's one thing that she did say as she got closer. Then she said, you know what? I'm looking at this. And she said, you've got a lot of support back here. You know what? You're a super soldier too.
Super soldier.
She said, I can definitely see that you're a super soldier. So you've got some stuff going. I'm like, I got to show Rocky this.
Yeah. No, that was the last part. Ron saved that part for the very end, and he turned the volume up for that part. He goes, listen to this. Listen to that part. Don't listen to that part there. Oh, I know that. That's messed up. But
I'm sorry, that's what.
And then he played it. He goes, oh, by the way, Ron, you are a sexy super soldier.
She didn't say anything about sex.
Ron looks at me and goes,
but she did talk about sex, and
what
among other things.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, she did.
I didn't hear that part. Did you skip over that?
No,
Ron?
I didn't. You heard it.
No, what did it say?
You heard it. That there's a lot of
frustration.
No, that I
that
think
you're
about
horny
it a lot.
as shit. That's what she said. She said you're horny as shit.
She didn't really say that. She didn't really say that I think about it a lot.
No, I got
She
the
just says that
implication,
it
though.
plays a big role.
Yeah.
In things, in my world, in my life.
So talk to me about that, brother.
I'm not talking to you about that.
You know-
I'm not talking to you about that because that is not necessarily a part that I can understand or agree with. So yeah, there's that. But it was kind of a cool thing. Now your scan, she said, I think it's coming tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
it's
just going to say super soldier. No, nothing else.
2 words.
No more said.
No.
Yeah.
No, 2 words. All sexy. That's it. Done.
All sex.
No, I'm sorry, but she better put.
By the way, her website again.
She said
if
I'm a
you
god.
If you want to go out there, talk to her about it, is secrettoeverything.com.
Didn't she not say I was a god?
She may have uttered that
No,
phrase.
dude, don't even play that game with me right now.
Yeah, she may have said those words.
Yeah, and what did I do? I celebrated.
But why?
I celebrated.
Yeah.
I did. I got up and I woo-hooed.
And he danced.
I did dance. I
He
started
gave high
twerking.
fives to everybody in the
I
house.
started humping Ron's shoulder.
He did
right here.
a little bit.
Right there.
But yeah, so it was stop.
Don't, bro.
It was kind of interesting to get that from her today. So
No, he was
Thank you,
excited.
Dr. Kim.
He was
Appreciate
excited.
it.
He was emotionally set a little bit. There was parts in there he was really proud for me to hear, and then there's parts he mysteriously skipped over. I don't understand that part. Maybe we should just listen to it.
No, we're not listening to it right now.
Why not, bro?
Lucky Smith, thank you, brother. He's like, gout is such a pain. Everyone has
Literally.
their opinion to cure it, but the problem, the source of gout is different for each person. He said, I hate gout cures. There's a lot of cures out there. It's like old home remedies and stuff like that. But I'm just going to tell you, the best gout fix is time.
Okay, I got a question.
Literally, and colchicine.
Okay. You need to put and be realistic.
And
Don't
it
exaggerate.
happens just like that, lasts for about a week, and then it's gone just like that.
Don't
Literally.
exaggerate.
Yes.
Okay. You need to come up with the dollar amount on how much you would do this for.
Oh, what?
With a full flare up of gout.
Okay.
Okay, so your foot is in extreme pain, right?
Yes.
So in a full flare up of gout, you need to find a very large fire ant mound, and you need to smash your foot into the fire ant mound and keep it there for 30 seconds in full flare up. How much? Because that's asking a lot. That's asking
There is a number,
lot.
but I'm going to tell you, for the pain, I would rather cut my foot off when I have a gout flare up than to stick it in the fire ants. Although that would take my mind off of the gout for a moment.
What if it healed it?
I don't think it would.
What if there's like a venom
I think it would
in
make
fire
it worse.
ants that actually healed the inflammation of the vagina of the toe? Isn't that what
It's
gout
not
is?
in the toe.
Oh, I thought gout was like your
It's in your
toes
joints.
Looks like a
No,
turns
it-
into a vagina.
No, dude.
I thought that's what it looked like. I
It's-
thought it turned into like a hot dog bun look.
No, it's uric acid crystals built up in the joint.
Well, uncrystallized your shit. Drink some
There-
alkaline stuff.
That's not how it works, dude. It's not. But I'm going to tell you, anybody who suffers from gout knows it is one of the most painful aches besides a toothache that you can have.
Almost as painful as sitting on your nut.
All righty then. I don't even know how to follow that up, dude.
So I thought it was awesome that she actually stuck to saying that she was going to do what she did. She did say though after the show that I was God or a god, because apparently there's like a lot of them.
She did.
That's funny how
And a super soldier. She knew that up front for you.
Even though
She thought I was an abductee, but she never said any of that in that word.
Since ancient times, dude, you've been busy.
Oh yeah.
Dude, your
She did.
butthole
She
has been
went back
getting
and she-
examined for For thousands of years.
She said, if you could remember your dreams,
you've screwed.
You've got some interesting experiences that you're watching or that you're seeing in your dreams that you should probably take note of, because it's stuff that has happened in a past life or past lives. And it's something about the entities are definitely playing a game with your soul, with your body.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
So if those entities are listening, leave them alone, man.
But she says, I did volunteer for this life that I'm in right now. Yeah, she said I volunteered for it.
Space Force.
Yeah.
He's Space Force from the other side.
It's all very intriguing to me.
That's what I wanted to ask.
It's one of those things where I want to dig into it and research it.
Past lives?
No, all of what she does. Because that is outside. I mean, that is one of those, I would sit and read books and watch movies and videos about that.
But then you have to deal with
days on
agencies always on your ass.
I don't care.
So you'd be having the Men in Black coming over and be like, yo, Filipio, I need to talk to you again, bro.
I want the Men in Black to knock on my door just once. I don't care. Show up in my door, knock on my door, say that you're here for something to that effect.
What's wrong with you?
And then be gone.
And then be gone.
I want it to happen. I want to come to my house.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you know the Men in Black, can you please send them over to Mr. Phillips' house?
Just don't come at 5:30 in the morning.
No, and don't be all effed up on crack.
Oh my God.
So what would you say to him?
That was such a train wreck.
You would answer the door. You'd be like, yo, thanks
Can
for
I help
stopping
you?
by. I'll
Yes.
talk about it on the show. Good job.
We're with a deep, dark, government agency. Oh, you are? Interesting. Let's chat. I'm in.
They're here to investigate you.
Well, investigate me.
You
What are they
broke
gonna
Men in
find?
Black laws, bro.
I didn't break any laws.
Dude, you're talking to aliens.
Thomas Becker says, no, you don't.
You don't want that, Filipio.
Yeah,
I thought most Men in Black were like a different creature anyways. Like reptilian. Oh, you are reptilian.
She said I am.
Son
she
of
said,
a bitch. That's right. Congratulations.
She did say that. There is reptilian going on in me.
We did a big announcement on our page because that was a big day.
She did say that in that deal.
You were set aside for a while. You couldn't talk to me for about 6 hours. You were celebrating.
I was not celebrating.
We posted it.
I didn't even know you posted that.
You posted that.
I didn't post that. You posted it. You said you talked about me in it. I went out and read it and went, oh, he was either sitting on the toilet or didn't have anything else to do.
I really was. Anytime I post anything cool like videos or anything like that, I guarantee you I don't have to poop to sit on the toilet. That is my work center. Okay.
It's quiet. It's an enclosed space.
I got the ceiling fan for white noise for distraction to help my ADHD.
Yeah. That's my TikTok area. Don't mess
that
with me
is
in my TikTok
Studios.
area.
Folks, we love you, man. Abnormalrealities.com. Get on over. Odyssey Radio. ODYSY radio.com. OdysseyRadio.com. Make sure it is on your freaking phone. It will come and freaking find you. Oh, it's weekend time. I ain't working tomorrow.
Yep. InsaneCustomTumblers.com. Rocky's got a new website out there. Go check it out. Got a whole lot of stuff on there.
Dude, we should
and it's
skinny
good
dip.
stuff.
We should skinny dip.
RomikaDesigns.com. We've still got Christmas in July going.
You do got Chris, and I didn't do nothing. I'm thinking football season.
20% off out there. RomikaDesigns.com.
Get your ass moving.
Guys,
you got a code?
There is. Yeah, it's a code called Christmas in July.
That's a long code to remember.
It is. It's a code, but you can use it. Get 20% off. Guys, thank you for joining us. We are live every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. What are you doing? Stop messing with your little Rocky dude. Tiny Rocky over there. Guys, we look forward to seeing you next week. Got a new guest coming up next week as well. And Rocky, take us home.
Folks, we love the hell out of you guys. Hey, much love, much respect. Abnormalrealities.com, man. Come and hang out with us. Come and love us. Come to Goldfield with us. Folks, until next time, love it. Get out of here.